right. And I believe, hopefully, my microphone is now set up correctly. We're about ready to get started here with the 5th week of JSL and RSL games coming up for you. First up, we'll have the Ipswich. Gotta look at all the team names here. Got the Ipswich Tigers at the London Knights first, as London and Ipswich are now taking the ice. Ipswich in second place, trailing Manitoba, and London close behind, only 3 points back. And we'll go ahead and switch over to the game camera now. Well, hopefully. There we go. It's always good to see that stuff is working. The shot counter is going to be manual tonight, so if I miss anything, my bad. And Ipswich in blue, London in red. London with Juice, my grandfather Prime Ever Reezy, starting lineup. And Ipswich with Shuyin, Doug, Ketsugo, and Mako. As Ipswich is going to win this face-off. Ketsugo now dumping it into the zone. Doug with a chance now with a backhand, just wide, couldn't quite get all of that. Now curls around, he's in the corner, takes a spin shot, it's going to go wide. Ketsugo coming in to pick this up on the opposite boards. Juice pressuring, and he's going to pick this one up. He's got one man to beat. That's Shuyin on the right coming in to play defense. Crossing the blue line, he has a backhand opportunity, but he's going to go ahead and move this back. Doug clears it out of the zone, and Reezy is going to pick this up for London. Now moving it out of the zone, dumps it in. Mako coming out of net to try to grab this one. He does get it successfully. Ipswich trying to grab this and pull it out of the zone. My grandfather keeping it in. With good pressure, they've got a man in front. JSL pass, and that's a decent chance in front with a shot. Couldn't quite get all of that, though, and my grandfather now into the corner to retrieve this, tries to center it, but Doug picks it up, bounces it off the boards, and finally Ipswich is able to clear the zone. Prime Ever is going to bounce that to the middle. Doug with a beautiful shot, but off the crossbar. And a great attempt there. Blocked back in. My grandfather now clears it out, and he's got Juice wide open. Juice receives, but pokes it back a little bit too far. And Shuyin now for Ipswich is going to pop this over a stick. Doug trying to turn around and grab this one, but instead it's my grandfather. Now with a backhand opportunity, he shoots just high and wide. And across the rebound goes. Not able to keep it in the zone is London. But my grandfather will maintain possession, trying to move that to Juice. But Ipswich now dumping it back into the London zone. Playing a 4-on-4 tonight due to some attendance issues. Prime Ever now on a 1-on-1. He has a forehand shot, lofts it. It's going to be wide. Wasn't able to get the pull he wanted on that shot. Ketsugo goes to retrieve this for Ipswich, now moving right to left. Blocked away by Juice. And Mako now coming out of net to clear this one all the way around the boards. My grandfather stops it there, and he needs to touch this puck as Ketsugo is going to get a shot on, but wide. Had an opportunity there. Doug retrieves it, though, for Ipswich. Was looking for Shuyin across, but that play was broken up, I believe, by my grandfather. And this one is going to be shot in. Wide of the net, goes across. Doug keeping it in. Staying with it just outside the blue line. And he may be best just dumping it at the zone, but he turns around and gets bodied. Shuyin may have an opportunity at this one, but Juice maintains possession of the puck. Brings it in. About halfway through this first period, haven't seen any shots on net yet. Juice is looking to send this around, and he does so. My grandfather with a backhand shot can't quite find the puck, and it comes off of his stick. And a nice little poke pass by Ketsugo. Doug moves it along into the zone for Ipswich. Prime Ever for London is going to try to retrieve this one. He's got Juice on the same boards, and that pass is going to be blocked by Shuyin. Shuyin's going to have to turn back pretty quickly to gather that one in. It's not able to get there. Juice with an opportunity, but scoots it off the post. Blocked by Shuyin, and now Physics. This one's going to land somewhere around the London blue line. Doug is going to try to make a move on this puck. It bounces over 2, And now Ipswich looks like they are going to have possession. Great body there by Shuyin on prime ever. Ketsugo moving behind his own net. He has someone trailing. Doug, in about neutral zone, is looking to receive this pass. That's going to sail wide. And my grandfather is going to try to bottle him up here. Sent back around by Doug. Getsuko is too far away to really pressure that too much. But he does come in and gets towards the net. 40 seconds to go in this first period. Grandfather now looking for juice and almost received that one. Would have been a beautiful stretch pass. It's Ketsugo bouncing this one off Juice's stick. It's going to be in the London corner. Grandfather going back to retrieve this one. He's got Doug on the forecheck. Goes to the same boards. Juice does receive that one, but he's not able to follow up. And so Doug now with possession. He may have a backhand shot here. And it is, but wide of the net. 11 seconds left, but Doug may have a rebound opportunity. He shoots just wide, sails across the crease. My grandfather, they really need to clear this one out, and they do so successfully. And so that'll leave the score tied 0-0 as we end the first period. Not too much offense significantly that we've seen so far. It looks like we'll have Shuyin out, Geoff in for Ipswich. And I believe London sticking with the same lineup as due to their attendance issues. Mako now trying to get this one, but it bounces back in front. Thankfully, Ketsugo is able to keep that one from entering the net. Ketsugo now sticking with it, trying to get around one. He does get around Juice successfully, but not able to get around my grandfather. And my grandfather now has an open break to the net. If he can take this backhand shot, he does so. Big save by Mako. Now Doug turning, trying to get around my grandfather, but my grandfather pokes it loose, and here's a backhand shot, and off the crossbar. That was a great challenge by the goalie, passed back in front, and off the post. Juice almost had a chance there. Now it looks like Doug may have a chance, but no, blocked away by Prime Ever. And a great play there by London to try to keep that one in. Now Doug moving it through. He's got a forehand shot. He shoots, but blocked away from the net by my grandfather. Tries to keep it in, and he does so. It's behind the net. It looks like Prime Ever is going to be able to get to that one first. That was a great opportunity by Ipswich to try to take the lead. And this one's going to just sail harmlessly into Ipswich zone. Mako skates out to receive this one. Juice on the forecheck. Mako with an easy pass. That one's going to be intercepted by my grandfather, and he has a shot, but wide it goes. Prime Ever turning on this one. Shuttles it across. It looks like Juice is going to get to this one. Fires it towards the net. Easily saved by Mako. And Doug almost grabbing that pass for Ipswich. He's with it in the corner now. Sends it back towards that corner, trying to make a play. Geoff nearly intercepting that one. And it looks like Reese is going to have to dump this one out, and he does so. It's Ketsugo now looking to make a move for Ipswich. Blocked off of his stick, and now Ketsugo may have a backhand opportunity. Goes across, and Geoff almost there. That would have been a beautiful play, but instead it's my grandfather, and he's got a breakaway. Lots of open ice. He's lost it just a little bit, pokes it through. Now with a forehand shot, and big save by Mako. And I honestly thought he was going to be able to get a little bit of air on that one. Physics off of several sticks. It's going to land in the Ipswich zone. And behind the net, my grandfather now circling back. Juice on the forecheck, dumped out by Ipswich. And that's the right play with a physicking puck. You definitely want to move that one out as fast as you can, as those can be very unpredictable. Doug on the forecheck pokes it away, but grandfather retains possession. Grandfather going across. Big pass. Almost received by Juice. He's going to track it down in the corner. He's got Prime Ever in front. Bounced off of a stick. My grandfather trying to keep it in, but it's going to be Doug and Geoff now with a breakaway. And Reezy in net for London. Geoff skating through at an angle with a forehand shot just wide. Ketsugo may be able to track this down and keep it in the zone. He does so, but no one home to receive this one, and so it serves as little more than a dump. With 1:40 left to go in the second period, still very little offense so far. We've had just 2 shots on net by London so far, and not much else to speak of. And my grandfather now with a shot. Save made by Mako, and that was a tight one. Juice trying to cycle it back. He takes a shot and he scores off the far post. A nice little shot there, and that'll put London in the lead. 1-0. As the face-off goes to Ipswich. Now Doug is going to be able to track this down. He's got Juice on the defense. Shot, and it's on the crease. Saved away finally. And sent on. Mako easily defending that shot. Doug now into the zone. Back behind the net it goes to my grandfather. It's G off on the forecheck. Bounced up into Ipswich territory. It's Juice with it for London. Going around. My grandfather is going to pick this one up. 39 seconds to go. Backhand shot blocked by Doug, and it's a 1-on-1. Now moving through neutral ice. Parmever not turning it. Now he does. Oh, nice little deke there, but Doug not able to finish the play. And finally back into the Ipswich zone. Mako is going to stay in net for this as Ketsugo tracks it down. Goes back same boards. Great pass. Doug receiving it with a little bit of time to spare. Shot wide. 15 seconds on the clock. And London with the lead here may just want to dump this one through. But a nice pass there. Juice almost had an opportunity to skate that through neutral ice. Blocked made. And my grandfather bounces it off of his stick to ensure no further possession for Ipswich. At the end of the second period, London leads at 1-0. And Shuyin back in for Ipswich for Ketsugo. London still with the same lineup. No one else present as of yet. And as the third period starts, this one's going to physics across to the Ipswich blue line. Parmever with an opportunity blocked by Doug. My grandfather blocking it back into the Ipswich zone. Heads up play there in the neutral zone to make sure that one did get out of hand. Sent around by Shuyin, no one home. My grandfather sends it into the zone, blocked away. My grandfather now trying to seal this one and keep it in the Ipswich zone. Turns, gets bodied by Geoff. Shot, save made. The rebound bounced wide. And London now starting to apply a little bit more pressure on the offensive attack here. Doesn't seem like Doug has gotten a few chances, but they haven't really been able to complete any opportunities in the zone. Doug skating through, but Parmever blocking that one at the blue line, and so Mako is going to come out, stop this one, sends it through to the same boards. Geoff is there. My grandfather skating through, and there's a reception that's going to be a 2-0 breakaway, but swatted away from behind, and a great play on defense by my grandfather. This one's sent across, but Juice intercepts it, and it's going to be a 1-on-1. Shuyin now playing defense and got through. It's Juice. He's got a backhand shot. He shoots. He scores. And my grandfather hooking up with Juice again. That's going to be a 2-0 lead for London as we go late into the game here with under 4 minutes to play in regulation. Face-off won by London. And looking to do something with it here. Mako not able to get that one off of the net. Is still stuck behind the net, and Ipswich really needs to start moving the puck a little bit better if they're going to be able to get anything moving here. That is Juice's 12th goal of the season here through 5 weeks. He's at a pretty frenetic pace so far, 1.88 points per game. Doug trying to pass that one to Shuyin, but he's going to just go and track this down. Dumps it through the zone. Behind the net it goes. Reezy leaves it for my grandfather. Geoff now on the forecheck for Ipswich. Nearly pokes that one out, but this one's going to be Mako. Sending it through. Geoff there, not able to grab it. Off the boards. Bounces it back to Shuyin. And Shuyin sends it through. Reezy's going to have to stay in net as Doug is going to track this one down. Geoff needs to be in front for Doug here, as Doug doesn't really have too many options. That one's sent out by my grandfather. Shuyin sending this one across to keep it into the London zone. Parmever is going to get this one first, though. Sends it off the boards. Geoff not quite able to get a stick through. Sends it back to Shuyin, but wide. And Mako is going to come out of net to play this one with 2 minutes to go. And needs to get a little bit of better stick on the puck there as Juice comes in and finally gets that one clear. My grandfather now picking this one back up behind his own net, moving around. Doug on the forecheck, trying to block the pass. And Juice is open, not able to get that one. Shuyin looking for it. Mako coming out of net, goes for the body and is able to bottle one up. Shuyin is in net here. My grandfather is there, but Geoff passes it through, and that's a nice stretch pass. Doug now turning on a 2-0 breakaway. Doug turns, shoots, scores, and roots it. Beautiful pass by Geoff. And that's going to half the lead by London. 2-1 the score is now. Ipswich now looking to come back. Just over 90 seconds to go here in regulation. Mako now with a breakout pass. Geoff not able to get it. Bounces back to Doug off of my grandfather's stick, and my grandfather now skating with it through the zone. Nice block by Shuyin off of a board. And Geoff blocking that one back into Ipswich territory for Shuyin now. Sending it through is Geoff. Doug not able to catch up to that one, and Reezy is going to bounce that one and carried through by Geoff. And he's got an open shot, but not able to get enough on it. It goes wide of the net with under a minute left now in regulation. Juice. He's got Prime Ever open in the middle, and looks like he turns around, and Doug is able to make the play, but yeah, he had a hard time responding to that first deke. Shuyin sends it now into the zone. Reezy staying in net. It's Doug looking to center this one. Geoff is in front of the net and dragging it through the heel, not able to get anything on it, and now it's going to be Juice on a breakaway. Mako should be able to come out and clear this one for them, and that's going to be a shot on net. That's going to be a goal. Mako from the goalie position is able to tie it up with 27 seconds left in regulation. What a play there by Mako on a potential goal there by London. He was able to prevent the goal and fired off a very beautiful shot all the way back from his own blue line. And now Shuyin passing. My grandfather sends this one across. 6 seconds left to go. Prime Ever coming up on this one. It's going to be my grandfather on the shot. And the save made. Rebound. No time. And just wide. And so we're going to overtime here with Ipswich and London tied at 2. Beautiful play so far by both teams. They've really turned it on offense. Face off won by Ipswich. Doug sending it back to Geoff. Geoff clearing it through the zone. And now Doug is going to start the forecheck. Prime Ever now breaks off. It's going to be Juice. Tries for the body, does Doug, but gets around him. Juice to my grandfather, but can't make the reception. And gets ahead of him. Now Shuyin with it for Ipswich. Trying to move this one. Doug is open deep. The pass is going to go. And Doug receives it, tries to send it around, and does so. Geoff is going to grab this one. Geoff getting stuck on the corner there and not able to do anything with it. Sent across by Shuyin. Doug trying to keep it in the zone, but it wasn't going to land on Juice's stick, and a nice reception there. He has an opportunity. He's looking for Prime Ever, going around to my grandfather. Backhand shot, wide of the net it goes, rattling around the boards. And Juice with a backhand shot blocked away by Shuyin, shot in by Prime Ever. And now Shuyin's going to need to try to track this one down, get slowed down a little bit on the boards. And that could come back to haunt them as Juice moving it through. There's no one in front, but he still has an opportunity. Turning around, shot, scores, and Juice with a hat trick all on his own is able to win it for London in overtime 3-2. Fantastic play there by Juice. Was able to really make a big impact there. London coming away with it. Juice, 13th goal on the season. They've had a great game. What? Okay. So we're moving servers. There we go. All right. So now we'll have some 5-on-5 action for you. Next on, we'll have Manitoba at Charlotte. Definitely a action-packed game there. First two periods kind of started off a little bit slow. We saw the action pick up in the later periods. And we're ready to get started here. Manitoba in blue and Charlotte in red. And the lineups are going to start out like this. We'll have Skyforce, Toodaloo, Uranus, Lewis Friend, skating for Charlotte, and Boudreaux in net. On Manitoba, we've got Dr. Sauce, Anatomy Lesson, Juicy Juice, and Space Cow with Coombs in net. And we get started here with the face-off. Manitoba wins it back to their side. Dr. Sauce picking it up. Sends it back for Space Cow. He's got a little bit of room here. Turns, but loses the puck and sent out of the zone. Coombs coming out of net to stop this one for Juicy Juice. Juicy Juice sending it through Anatomy Lesson, almost picking that one up. Bounces off several sticks here. Lewis Friend going to move this one through, but Juicy Juice playing good defense. Keeps him bottled in. And now starting with Manitoba, looking for the trailer. He's going to be able to turn back and get this one. And again, still has it, but Coombs comes out, sends it around. Anatomy Lesson was trying to be there, but it took a weird bounce. Louis Friend. And it gets deflected off of a defenseman's stick. I think that was Dr. Sauce. And Manitoba on the deflection. Bit of an own goal there. But Charlotte is going to have the lead 1-0. Guess we'll count that as a shot. It was a deflection there. Boudreaux to Louis Friend, sending it through, dumped away. Coombs receiving this one behind the net. Uranus on the forecheck. Coombs looking for Juicy Juice, almost grabs that one. Boudreaux is coming out of net for Charlotte. Juicy Juice deflects it. Space Cow keeping it in. Tries to block it, and he does so. Here's Juicy Juice with a spinner, just wide. Dr. Sauce now on the opposite boards, not able to keep it in, and it's Lewis Friend. It's going to be a 1-on-1 against Juicy Juice, who makes the great defensive play there to keep it in the zone. Dr. Sauce now lobbing it into the zone. It's going to settle back on Charlotte's side of the board. Sent around, Dr. Sauce not able to keep it in, and so Manitoba now takes possession in their own zone. Uranus on the forecheck. Skyforce is now looking to bottle him up. Dr. Sauce can't receive the pass. That one's a little bit too much for him. Toodaloo is now going to pick this one up. And Charlotte looking to move this one through. Both teams having tried a lot of stretch passes so far. Here's an opportunity in front, but blocked away by Space Cow. And he's going to get to this one again. Lewis Friend trying to stop this pass here. And moved through by Juicy Juice. Dr. Sauce trying to grab this. It's going to be Skyforce sending this around. And Uranus is going to have to slow down here, but they've got a decent opportunity. He can't quite slow down enough to allow the puck to catch up with him. As that would have been a nice 2-on-0. But here's Space Cow now dragging it through, blocked away by Skyforce. Dr. Sauce now gets this, sends it across for Space Cow. And Boudreaux is staying in net. He's got Juicy Juice back on the same boards. No one really else open yet. He may look for the wrap attempt, but blocked away. And finally, exiting the zone, Louis Friend trying to get this, but cleared out of the zone. Charlotte trying to do some more damage here as Louis Friend is uncovered deep in the zone. Behind the net he goes now. Bounces off of the boards, and he's got a pass in front blocked away by Coombs. And now on the opposite boards, Toodaloo is going to have this almost shot away, but Space Cow got to it first and was able to prevent the shot. Juicy Juice now retrieving this one from Manitoba in his own zone. Toodaloo can't get to this one, and so it's going to skate by him. Boudreaux coming out of net. Stops it for a moment, sends it to the same boards. Louis Friend was covered. Space Cow comes in with a shot just wide. Juicy Juice on the rebound, though, has a backhand shot. Can't quite get enough pull on it, and so it goes around. Anatomy lesson, trying to keep Toodaloo from getting that one out, but he doesn't get it successfully, and Uranus picked it up. Coombs skating at a net blocked that attempt. Now Juicy Juice is going to scoot this one forward for Space Cow. Can't quite grab it. He's going to have an opportunity to block the pass out, and he does so. Juicy Juice on the opposite side. Now with possession, and blocked out of the zone. Coombs skating out. 30 seconds to go in this first period. And with an open net, Uranus is skating through. Backhand shot. No, he can't get the stick on it. Turns around, spins, looking for Skyforce across. Space Cow is going to pick this one up instead. And 18 seconds left in the period. We'll see Manitoba put together one more possession. No, it gets intercepted here by Uranus, blocked away by Space Cow. And Toodaloo probably should be dumping this one. He does so. Bodying each other were Uranus and Louis Friend. I don't think they're going to be able to get a shot off here, as it remains behind the net, 1-0 the lead. Charlotte carrying it through. And it looks like we're going to have Seal in on Charlotte for Louis Friend, and Nubin for Toodaloo. Meanwhile, Keller is in for Dr. Sauce on Manitoba. As the face-off drops, Keller with the face-off win, or with the puck rather, and dangerously skating that across the crease, bounces it off the boards. Is looking for Space Cow. With it again is Keller, scooting it through. Juicy Juice needs to turn around. He's going to have this one. He's looking for an opportunity, and in front it goes off of more than one stick. Shot's going to be saved by Boudreaux and sent around to Uranus. If he receives this, he's only got one man to beat. Turns around, Juicy Juice pokes it away from his stick. Heads up play there by Juicy Juice. Shot in across. Manitoba now is going to try to break this one out. This one is sent across. Noob not able to get there, and Space Cow. Now if he can get some more momentum, he may have an opportunity here with a shot off the post. And Juicy Juice with the rebound, blocked away from him and cleared into the Manitoba zone. Coombs now skating out of net, sent across. Juicy Juice almost had that one. Skyforce to Boudreaux, who is also out of net, sends that same boards, but Juicy Juice is there and gets bodied away by Seal. And trying to clear it is Charlotte, but they weren't really able to get any force on that puck. And so across, cycled all the way back to Juicy Juice, who blocks it away. Nearly lost possession there. Did Manitoba? That's going to be a shot. Save made by Boudreaux. Can't clear it out. Finally does. Blocked back nearly into the net. That was a very close opportunity there for Manitoba, but it looks like Charlotte's going to be able to dump this one back into the Manitoba zone. Coombs again skating out. He's got Juicy Juice behind him, and he's looking forward for Space Cow, who turns, not able to get it. Skyforce now picking it up on the back end of that play. And Keller may be able to keep this one in. He does. No one back home in front. And so it's bounced away by Boudreaux. And Skyforce off the boards. Seal is going to pick this one up and go across. Noob is going to skate in on this. He's got a backhand opportunity. Blocked by Juicy Juice skating in. Coombs, and a shot just a bit high and wide there. Keller now for Manitoba is going to bounce this way off the boards. Juicy Juice is deep in the zone. Receives with a little bit of time with a backhand shot. And that's deflected wide off of the post. Sent in. And back off the goal again. And it's in front. Dangerous here. They can't clear it. Finally, they do. And Coombs is going to be able to redirect this. And around. Back to Coombs again. Manitoba now breaking it out, but bounced off and dangerous, just wide of the net. And Uranus stick colliding with Juicy Juice for this one to physics all the way back into Charlotte's zone. And approaching the end of the second period here, Seal with a stretch pass intercepted by Juicy Juice. Back into the zone wide of the net. Boudreaux is going to come out And Keller is going to try to block this one, but it goes to the side of him. Juicy Juice not able to get to that one. And Coombs now skates out for Manitoba. He's got Keller all the way around. He's going to have to work hard to get it to him. Keller receives it, bounces it off the board. Space Cow on the forecheck now. They're going to need to get some better passing going here if they're going to want to get much pressure on. Pass goes across. Keller blocks it and pokes it a little bit. Shot bounced off of his stick, and that was going to be a good attempt. I believe that was Seal on defense there for Charlotte. And the stretch pass nearly received by Noob McNoob, but instead Manitoba, Juicy Juice going for the trail. Space Cow bounces it, but it's Uranus carrying it through, blocked away on the shot. And Space Cow from Manitoba, he's got Keller deep in the zone, but loses it for a moment in his skates there. Gets it around two defenders. Keller now with momentum shoots it wide. Boudreau waiting for this one. It's Seal for Charlotte picking it up. 35 seconds to go. Finally, they do clear it. It's Noob, but can't quite get to turning enough. And Coombs sends it back around the boards. Heads up play by Space Cow to track that one down. Skyforce hot on his heels, turning, and Keller not able to get to the pass. Seal sends it away, and off of the post. Think saved by Coombs. Excellent play there with 10 seconds to go. And back around it goes. Skyforce can't quite keep it in. And with 3 seconds on the clock, that'll be the end of the second period as Charlotte carrying a 1-0 lead through the second period. Dr. Sauce, Toodaloo, and Louis Friend all back in for Manitoba and Charlotte, respectively. Louis Friend so far with the only goal of the game. He's leading his team in points with 6 goals and 6 points. Keller off the boards, Manitoba having won the face-off. Boudreau with a dangerous attempt to clear. Doesn't get enough on it, but Manitoba is going to be able to take possession here. If Keller can grab the puck, no, it's Louis Friend with a shot and a save made by Coombs. Keller bounces it off of the stick, and it nearly goes in. And finally cleared away. Oh, and Seal slows it down for Space Cow. He's got a breakaway, turns, and he can't quite keep that one from peeling away from his stick. And so Manitoba with a big missed opportunity there. Dr. Sauce blocking it off of Noob's stick into Manitoba's zone. Keller sending this one away. Space Cow almost had that. Instead, Boudreau is going to come out. Needs to have a little bit more power on the clears, as this one is sent weakly to the same boards. Blocked, and Seal skating with it. Juicy Juice now turning. He's going to have possession here if he can try to grab that one, but it's spun away from him. So Manitoba starting over from their own end. The spin pass doesn't quite work for Keller. Juicy Juice tries to keep the puck in the zone, and now Keller's going to track this one down. Bounces it off the boards and bounces over several sticks in the Charlotte zone. Louis Friend trying to grab this one. Back to Seal. Sent around the boards. Dr. Sauce picks this one up. Goes across. Juicy Juice may have an opportunity here. Needs to get the shot off, and he can't do so. Coombs is going to take this one. No, he's going to stay in net. It's Dr. Sauce now. Sending it back into the net, and Louis Friend is actually going to be able to grab this one. Now finally bounces off several sticks, and Space Cow with possession for Manitoba. And Deeks 1 can't recover, and it gets sent back into the Manitoba corner. Juicy Juice with this bounces it off the boards for Keller. Keller with a nice pass there, but Dr. Sauce not able to get to it, but Space Cow does. And with a backhand shot, he scores! Keller on the assist. They tie it up. Manitoba 1-1 with half time remaining in the third period. And that was exactly what Manitoba needed, as Dr. Sauce now with it. He's going to pass this one all the way down for Keller. Not quite able to get to this one, and it looks like this one's going to be sent around for Louis Friend, but Juicy Juice blocks it back into the zone. Keller back in front, cleared away by Boudreau, but Juicy Juice with a shot and blocked. Oh, and a big save there by Boudreau, I believe. Beautiful play there and net by him, able to keep this game tied. And Seal blocks this one. And this is an opportunity in front, but shot wide. Back in front, the rebound blocked away by Coombs. Now Juicy Juice with not quite enough power there. Toodaloo's going to be able to grab this one. He lost it into the zone. Louis Friend is going to track this one down for Charlotte as they set up shop in the zone, looking for the pass, but not able to get contact. And now it's Space Cow trying to move it out, bodied by Noob McNoob. Louis Friend back to the boards. And at the point now, Toodaloo bounces it high off the boards again. Louis Friend trying to recover it, passes in front, shot wide. And again, the problem of contact is very difficult to overcome here. And another shot wide of the net, Dr. Sauce blocking it away. Manitoba getting tied up in their zone a little bit here. They need to start exiting. Sent around, nice reception by Juicy Juice, as that was sure to be intercepted. And now sent deep to Space Cow, nearly receiving that one. Instead, it's Seal on the back check, grabbing this one. He's going to pitch this one, looking for Louis Friend, but sent back in. Space Cow blocks it, and it looks like Keller may be able to have a chance here. Spins it back towards the net, sent away. And now Seal with it. They've got a 3-on-3 here. And that one's going to be shot on net. Save made, rebound shot, scores! And roofing it is Louis Friend with a second goal of the night. And that reclaims the lead for Charlotte, as Manitoba wins the faceoff with 27 seconds to go. They're looking to do some damage here. And they need to score this goal, but instead it's going to be Charlotte with another chance, and big physics away. And with 13 seconds left to go, this puck is probably not going to land until about 5 seconds till it settles. And now cleared out. Juicy Juice is going to need to turn on this one. And with 2 seconds left, that'll be the game, as Manitoba loses a close one to Charlotte, 2-1. Very clutch goal there by Charlotte to seal it. Had some excellent saves in net as well. So that's the end of the JSL action. That sounds good. I can change the stream title and it'll automatically create a new set, right? Might as well try it. All right, sounds good. All right, I'm going to stop this stream and set up to a new one for the RSL. So I'll be right back.